Next, and this is an interesting one, Matt Striker. I don't think he's completely...
I know him.
Yeah, I don't think he's completely, he's done quite...
He was an announcer in TNA, right? Or no?
Yeah, he's been announced in quite a few places. I think he's done his odd boo-boo on commentary once or twice before, but this one, quite a few people jumped on him for. So Matt Striker was commenting on a match with Jacob Fatu versus Matt Riddle, and was impressed with what he was seeing from Riddle during part of the match. Striker said the following: "How do you let this guy go?" Now, keep in mind, Riddle's just been fired. "This guy is a star, a mega $1 million star. I don't care what he does. How do you let him go?" As in firing. "He can do whatever he wants. He can kick your ass. Anyone out there has got a problem with him, step to him out on the street, watch what happens, end of conversation." Now, I've got another quote from Matt Striker, but just so you know, Riddle has had quite a few multiple accusations of sexual misconduct, including from his ex-girlfriend Daniela Petro. Riddle was accused of sexual misconduct in 2020 by wrestler Candy Cartwright as well. And anyway, not the most stellar of reputations, because several people have come out and made accusations against him. Striker then later said, "Let's talk about the elephant in the room. The court of public opinion would love to see Jacob Fatu slap the taste out of Matt Riddle's mouth, but the court of public opinion does not convict. I'm sorry, I know it's the world in which we live, but that's not the case." So there's sort of two problems there. One, that hiring Matt Striker in the first place, hiring Matt Riddle in the first place can come with baggage, essentially, because he's had several accusations levelled against him. But two, is Matt Striker then going on commentary during Matt Riddle's debut on MLW television and basically telling everybody, hey, this guy's got multiple sexual accusations, misconduct accusations made against him, ignore those, and then carry on.
He did that on commentary?
Everything I quoted there, he said on commentary.
Why did they take that out?
I do not know.
I mean, why would you go and say this guy's... I don't get this. Again, this is another thing about wrestling I don't understand. How does that get a guy over? He sexually harassed women, so he's a good guy? I don't get it. Matt Riddle has got a lot of, he does have talent, and you probably draw a few dollars with him. But, and his actual ability in an MMA ring, you don't really see it in a wrestling ring. He's just a barefooted guy, looks like a barefooted Lance Von Erich, I guess. I don't get it with that guy either. That's another thing that escapes me. And how can you let him go? You let him go because he's going to bring a lot of bad publicity to your organization. So to get on commentary and bring it yourself where everybody can hear it for free, and he's still working there?
Yes, both are. Yeah.
I don't know.
It's like every...
Listen, I'm going to tell you, if I wasn't a wrestling fan, I didn't do this show, I would skip wrestling the rest of my life. I wouldn't even watch it. You have put a scourge, is that the word? A scourge? A scourge on it today that I may never be able to erase. Because I'm a pretty sensitive guy. And I've heard the same things about Matt Riddle to some of the girls. Because they would tell me things. But they didn't like Matt.
No.
But are the ones that I talked to, because he kind of pressed himself on them. And I don't like that. And they do have laws against that. So no matter what he's done, I don't know how he means that in commentary. I don't care what he done. How can you let him go? Well, what if he raped a woman? You gonna keep him? What if he shot a guy and killed him? You gonna keep him? You can't do that. There are some things that you got to look at public opinion that doesn't paint you in the most positive light and go from there. Del Rio, Alberto Del Rio, he was going with Paige. They were in TNA. That's when it came out that he had slapped her somewhere, and it hit the internet. Oh, it's on fire. He's a woman beater. He's this, he's that. We actually let him go, suspended him before any hearing. We never heard a word from Alberto. We just heard her side. And then Dixie Carter, she got all upset. And we end up suspending, or basically firing, Alberto without ever hearing a word from him. See, in America, you are innocent until found guilty. But there, in that case, he was guilty without ever hearing a word from him, just by the word from Paige. It could have happened, but we should have heard something from Del Rio, but we didn't. So, and all of a sudden, he's gone.
Now, Matt Stryker later apologized for his comments on Twitter and then deleted the apology. So now we really don't know what's going on with that. But yes, I'm quite sure this wasn't live, so I don't know why they left that commentary in.
But it did go out. It was broadcast.
Oh yeah, it was broadcast. All right, yeah. It's like with Roman Reigns that you mentioned before, like on commentary every single week. But don't forget, everybody, he also popped for a banned substance in 2018. Don't forget that. It's like, why bring up? I mean,
why bring it up?
I mean, you've already hired him. Yeah, you've hired him, which is controversial enough. But then you go on commentary and make mention of why. It's just that's more of just a creative just bafflement on my part. But yeah, I mean, hiring in the first place is,
I don't get it. The more you're talking, the more I'm getting confused here. And I don't know if the fans are confused, but I think that they would probably agree with me. You want your product to be held in the most outstanding light that it possibly can be. But when you go on air on your own TV show and tell the people he's been charged with sexual offenses or
accused. I'm not sure there was ever a charge, although I think
same thing.
Yeah, it did go to court at one point. Civil
well, remember,
court, yeah.
Del Rio was accused guilty and never heard a word from him. So the people that hear that, and if they haven't heard it before, they'll start looking it up if they want to, and then they'll find out about it.